Hello people, and thanks for stopping by. This is my studio mic slapdown between a new kid on the block and eBay darling, the ridiculously cheap Shengyue BM-800, and a fully paid up member of microphone royalty, the HeilSound PR-40. So, can those inscrutable Chinese give Uncle Sam, or should that be Uncle Bob, a run for his money? Here's the backstory. Bob Heil's PR-40 studio mic is sold to the music industry as a vocal, a kick drum, a bass amp microphone. It's also the darling of many a podcaster and radio ham. Check out the eHam reviews if you don't believe me. With a Rockstone metal mesh pop filter and a dedicated balanced XLR cable, you're dropping north of £350 here in the UK. On the other hand, a BM-800 studio mic comes bundled with a shock mount, an XLR cable and a foam windscreen for less than £20. The word is that these mics are factory overruns for ISK. They're a well-respected brand in the British recording industry. Admittedly, construction quality is certainly substantial. These BM-800s are sold under many brand names, but essentially there are two variants available. One requires phantom power, anything up to the 48 volts supplied by mixers, so I'd call this a classic condenser mic. My Shengyue, it requires power, onboard power of 1.5 volts from an AA battery, so I would assume it's fitted with an electret capsule. So on to the shootout. There were 8 sound clips, 4 for each mic. They were recorded directly from my DX3000 straight into the PC using the open source program Audacity. The mic gain is adjusted to produce the same ALC deflection, since the condenser BM-800 is slightly more sensitive than the dynamic PR-40. Each clip was normalized to give a peak level of -3 dB. The 4 scenarios for each mic were: number 1, laid bare warts and all. Just plug the mic into the Yaesu and record the output using a 4 kHz TX bandwidth. Number 2, add a preset amount of EQ from the onboard 3-band parametric equalizer. Constrain the TX bandwidth to 2800 Hz. I call this ragtune mode. Number 3, add 6 dB of compression from the speech processor, but still hold the 2800 Hz TX bandwidth. I call this difficult ragtune mode. Number 4, keep 6 dB of compression from the speech processor, but close the TX bandwidth to 2200 Hz. I call this pile-up busting. Remember, when listening to the clips, you are constrained by the quality of your computer speaker, my voice attributes, and my EQ settings. All you can do is compare how 2 different mics perform under exactly the same parameters. Are they like an angel kissing your eardrums? Or are they like having your ears syringed with battery acid? Only you can decide. Here are the clips. BM-800, mic equalization off, speech processor off, transmit bandwidth 4000 Hz. Just salt and pepper on the pulled pork please, and spicy sauce on the sausages. BM-800, microphone equalization on, speech processor off, transmit bandwidth 2800 Hz. Just salt and pepper on the pulled pork please, and spicy sauce on the sausages. BM-800, mic equalization on, speech processor on, transmit bandwidth 2800 Hz. Just salt and pepper on the pulled pork please, and spicy sauce on the sausages. BM-800, microphone equalization on, speech processor on, transmit bandwidth 2200 Hz. Just salt and pepper on the pulled pork please, and spicy sauce with the sausages. PR-40, mic equalization off, speech speech processor off, transmit bandwidth 4000 Hz. Just salt and pepper on the pulled pork please, and spicy sauce on the sausages. PR-40, microphone equalization on, speech processor off, transmit bandwidth 2800 Hz. Just salt and pepper on the pulled pork please, and spicy sauce on the sausages. PR-40, mic equalization on, speech processor on, transmit bandwidth 2800 Hz. Just salt and pepper on the pulled pork please, and spicy sauce on the sausages. PR-40, microphone equalization on, speech processor on, transmit bandwidth 2200 Hz. Just salt and pepper on the pulled pork please, and spicy sauce on the sausages. For any Yaesu owners, here are my audio settings from the menu. They may not match your menu, but there are 18 settings. The first 9 are just for microphone EQ. The second 9 are for microphone EQ with the processor engaged. And one last thing. What microphone did I use to do the voiceover for this YouTube video? BM-800, baby. I Shengyue.